We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Jai Hind, myself Anina Rajesh. I am the cadet of SNDPHSS Palcheri 7 Kerala Girls Battalion Thrissur. This article is written by Gaurav Raj Grover, a 15 years law student at Lloyd Law College, Great Noida. This article talks about the meaning of the preamble. The preamble of Indian Constitution states, "We the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens." A preamble of bill is an introductory part of the document which explains the purpose, rule, regulations, and philosophy of the document. The preamble gives a brief introduction of document by highlighting the principles and fundamental value of the document. It shows the source of the authority of the document. The preamble of Constitution of India is an introduction of the Constitution which includes the state of rules and regulations of guides the people of the country. The inspiration and the motto of the citizens are explained in it. The preamble can be considered as the beginning of the Constitution which highlights the base of the Constitution. Before 1947, India was divided into two main parts, 11 provinces that were ruled by the Britishers and princely states ruled by the Indian princes under the command of Britishers. Combining these two units formed the Union of India. The preamble is based on the principles written by Constitution Assembly. It provides a way of life which includes fraternity, liberty, and equality as the notion of a happy life and which cannot be taken from each other. Liberty, equality, and fraternity are connected with each other and they cannot be separated, which means without equality, liberty would produce the supremacy of minority over the majority. Equality without liberty would kill individuals' perception, and fraternity help liberty and equality in their course of action. The preamble of Indian Constitution is primarily based on objective resolution written by Jawaharlal Nehru. He introduced his objective resolution of December 13, 1946. Later, it was accepted by Constituent Assembly on 22 January 1947. The drafting community observed that the preamble must be limited in defining the important features of the new state and its socio-political objectives, and the important matters should be refined future in the Further in the Constitution, the committee changed the motto from Sovereign Independent Republic to Sovereign Democratic Republic, as it was mentioned in the objective resolution.
Let me introduce myself. I am Megha PR, Company Court Martial Surgeon at GWPC Nedupura, 7 Kerala Girls Battalion, Thrissur. Here I am taking my part. We all know that Constitution is the supreme law and it helps to maintain integrity in the society and to promote unity among the citizens to build a great nation. Preamble declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secure and democratic republic. The objective stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, equality to all citizens and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. Preamble embodies the basic philosophy and fundamental values, politics, moral, and religious on which the Constitution is based. The ideal include justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Thus, preamble reflects the aims and aspirations of Indian Constitution and the nature of Indian polity. The Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism, which means equal protection, respect, and promotion of all the religions. This has been made sure in the Constitution through FRS. But recently, India is facing challenges to keep secularism alive in the form of communalism, politicization of caste and religion, the rise of fundamentalism and obscurantism. The recent incident of violence against Dalits women entry in Shabarimala temple mob lynching has led to various debates on the country secularization. It has also been criticized to promote minoritism and interventionist, but the core principle of India being a secular state remains intact. It supports minority right to protect their fundamental interest and permits state support religious reforms. Social justice. Social justice means that the Constitution wants to create a society without discrimination on above grounds like caste, creed, gender, religion, etc. Economic justice. Economic justice means no discrimination can be caused by people on the basis of their wealth, income, and economic status. Political justice. Political justice means all the people have an equal, free, and fair right without any discrimination to participate in political opportunities. The expressions social and economic justice involve the concept of distributive justice, which connotes the removal of economic inequalities and rectifying the injustice resulting from dealing or transaction between unequal in society. It comprehends more than lessening inequalities by different taxation, giving debt relief or regulation of contractual relation. It also means the restoration of properties to those who have been deprived of them by unconscionable bargains. It may also take the form of forced distribution of wealth as a means of achieving a fair division of materials resources among the members of society. Social justice is concerned with the distribution of benefits and burdens. The basis of distribution is the area of conflict between rights, needs, and means. The Constitution of India has solemnly promised to all its citizens social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among the all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of nation in three parts. One is preamble, as I mentioned before, and second, fundamental rights, and thirdly, through directive principle. Liberty. The term liberty means freedom for the people to choose their way of life, have political views, and behavior in society, as I said before. Liberty does not mean freedom to do anything. A person can do anything by in the limit set by the law. Liberty cannot be divorced from equality and vice versa. Article 21 of the Constitution of India 1950 provides that no person shall be deprived of all his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. It is the only article in the Constitution that has received the widest possibility in the protection. The right to live includes the right to live with human dignity and all that goes along with it, viz. the bare necessity of life, such as adequate nutrition, clothes, and shelter over the head, and facilities for reading, writing, and expressing oneself in diverse form, freely moving about and missing and mingling with fellow human beings, and must include the right to the basic necessities of life, and also the right to carry on functions and activities as they constitute the bare minimum expression of human self. It is the fundamental right of everyone in his country to live with human dignity, free from exploitation. Equality. The term means no section of society has any special privileges and all the people have given equal opportunities for everything without any discrimination. Everyone is equal before the law. Equality without liberty would kill individual initiative. Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the equal protection of the law within the territory of India. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on ground only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. The preamble or the introduction to the Indian Constitution secures to all citizens of Indian equality of status and opportunity. Our Constitution is wrote by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He is the father of our Constitution. What is Article 40? The same, equality. Article 14 of the Constitution, adopted in 2004 and amended in 2007, including the following provisions. All citizens have the right to life and to physical and mortal integrity, and they shall not be subjected to torture or to cruel or inhuman treatment. Uh, Sometimes we have doubts. Is it getting to all? The purpose of the research is to identify the general principle of right to equality. The word right to equality need no explanation because it tells its meaning itself, as it is our fundamental right. But there are some hidden points which are needed to explain, and this research project highlights some those points and exceptions which are admissible by our Indian Constitution. Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law. Exception to rule of law. In the case of Indira Sawhney, the right to equality is also recognized as one of the basic features of Indian Constitution. Article 14 applies to all peoples and is not limited to citizens. A corporation which is juristic person is also entitled to the benefit of this article. This concept implied equality for equal and aimed at striking down hostile discrimination or operations of inequality. The case of Ramesh Prasad v. State of Bihar, a 1978 SC 327, it is to be noted that aim of both the concept equality before law and equal protection of the law is the equal justice. Fraternity. The term fraternity means a feeling of brotherhood and an emotional attachment with the country and all the people. Fraternity helps to promote dignity and unity in the nation. Without fraternity, liberty would produce the supremacy of the few over the many. As India is a multilingual nation, it is very important to preserve the unity and integrity of the nation through a spirit of brotherhood among all its citizens, irrespective of their caste, creed, language, or religion. Like that, as fraternity, liberty, and equality as the notion of a happy life and which cannot be taken from each other. Liberty cannot be divorced from equality. Equality cannot be divorced from liberty. Nor can liberty and equality be divorced from fraternity. Each are important and everyone is important. Let me conclude my section. Let me introduce Krishna Priya to take the rest of the presentation and conclude the presentation. Welcome, Krishna Priya.
Thank you, Megha, for inviting me. Now, let me introduce myself. I am Senior Under Officer Krishna Priya S. from St. Joseph's College, Autonomous, Irinjalakuda, 7 Kerala Girls Battalion, Thrissur, Ernakulam Group, Kerala and Lakshadweep Directorate. In this portion, I am going to discuss about the principles and objectives of our preamble. Preamble declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, equality to all citizens and to promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. Now let us discuss some key words in the preamble, that is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Sovereign. Sovereign means independent authority of a state. That is, it has the power to legislate on any subject. Sovereignty denotes the supreme and ultimate power. The word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependent nor a dominion of any other nation but an independent state. There is no authority above it and it is free to conduct its own affairs, both internal and external. Being a sovereign state, India can either acquire a foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state. Socialist. Even before the term was added by the 42nd Amendment in 1976, the Constitution had a socialist content in the form of certain directive principles of the state policy. The Indian brand of socialism is democratic socialism and not a communistic socialism, which involves the nationalization of all means of production and distribution and the abolition of private property. Democratic socialism, on the other hand, holds faith in a mixed economy. That is, we have both public and private enterprises as well. It means that since the wealth is generated socially, wealth should be shared equally by society through distributive justice. Democratic socialism aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. Indian socialism is a blended form of Marxism and Gandhism, leaning heavily toward the Gandhian socialism. Secular. Secular means that the relationship between the government and religious groups are determined according to the constitution and law. It separates the power of the state and religion. The term secular was added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment of 1976. The Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism. That is, all religions in our country, irrespective of their strength, have the same status and support from state. And there is no difference of any religion, and all are equally respected. Democratic. The people of India elect their governments by a system of universal adult franchise, popularly known as one person, one vote. The word demo means people and kratic means rule. So altogether it means rule of the people. Democracy is of two types, that is direct and indirect democracy. Direct democracy, the people exercise their power. In indirect democracy, the representatives elected by the people exercise the supreme power and thus carry on the government and make the laws. Indirect democracy is also known as representative democracy. The term democratic is used in the preamble in the broadened sense, embracing not only political democracy but also social and economic democracy. Republic. In a republican form of government, the head of the state is elected and not a hereditary monarch. Thus, this word denotes a government where no one holds public power as a proprietary right. The head of the state is always elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period. The term republic in our preamble indicates that India has an elected head called the president. He or she is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. Here, republic also means two more things. The first is vesting of political sovereignty in the people and not in a single individual like a king. Second, the absence of any privileged class and hence all public offices being open to every citizen without any discrimination. So now let us sum up the whole keywords in our preamble. We the people of India. It indicates the ultimate sovereignty of the people of India. Sovereignty means the independent authority of the state, not being subject to the control of any other state or external power. Sovereign. The term means that India has its own independent authority and it is not a dominion of any external power. Socialist. The term means that the achievement of socialist ends through democratic means. It holds faith in a mixed economy where both private and public sectors coexist side by side. Secular. The term means that all religion in the India get equal respect, protection and support from the state. Democratic. The term implies that Constitution of India has an established form of constitution which gets its authority from the will of people expressed in the election. Republic. The term indicates that the head of the state is elected by the people. In India, President of India is elected head of the state. Justice. It is necessary to maintain order in society that is promised through various provisions of fundamental rights and directive principles of state policies provided by the Constitution of India. It comprises of three elements, which is social, economic, and political. Equality. The term equality means no section of society has any special privilege and all the people have given equal opportunity for everything without any discrimination, and everyone is equal before the law. Liberty. The term liberty means freedom for the people to choose their way of life, have political views, and behavior in society. Liberty does not mean freedom to do anything. A person can do anything but in the limit set by the law. Fraternity. The term fraternity means a feeling of brotherhood and an emotional attachment with country and all the people. It helps to promote dignity and unity in the nation. Components of Preamble. It is indicated by the preamble that the source of authority of the Constitution lies with the people of India. Preamble declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, and equality to all citizens and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. The date is mentioned in the preamble when it was adopted, that is November 26, 1949. The presentation was presented by 7 Kerala Girls Battalion Thrissur, Ernakulam Group, Kerala and Lakshadweep Directorate. Thank you.